Coming up on News 4 Tucson at 6, the latest on the Tucson Unified School District cyber attack. Eric Fink has more on the warning signs years before the hack.
Plus, the Cochise County attorney is arrested for an extreme DUI, and we have the body cam video from the moment he was pulled over. Lupita Murillo spoke to the attorney, and he has more, or rather she has more, on what he had to say.
And later, bursting with color, the Old Pueblo was expecting to see a super bloom this spring. Daniel McFarland explains.
News 4 Tucson at 6 starts right now.
From KVOA, investigating for you. This is News 4 Tucson, live at 6.
And we have breaking news from Tucson's east side. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sean Mooney.
And I'm Monica Garcia.
Tucson fire crews are battling a 2-alarm fire. It's happening at Sprouts Farmers Market on Broadway and Pantano. Right now, there are multiple Tucson fire crews, we're told, on the scene working to control that blaze.
So Tucson Fire says the flames are under control and that it appears to have started by an AC motor in a utility room. You'll want to avoid that area for the next several hours. And we are getting reports that there's some heavy smoke as well in that area. So again, this is at the Sprouts at Broadway and Pantano. So stay with News 4 Tucson on air, online, and on your mobile device for updates throughout the evening.
Tonight we hear from TUSD Superintendent for the first time since the ransomware attack hit the district on Monday.
Yeah, so News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink just got off of a media call with district leaders moments ago. And Eric, you join us live in the newsroom with the very latest on this.
Yeah, Monica, Sean, it's been 3 days after the hack, and TUSD says right now some of its systems are still not fully functioning. We're told this was a district-wide ransomware attack affecting dozens of schools and district offices. Tonight, Superintendent Gabriel Trujillo says so far the investigation into this cybersecurity attack has not shown that students, teachers, and employees' personal information was stolen or compromised. But Trujillo did say that could change as the investigation goes on, and he vows to be transparent with families if it turns out to be the case. As we first reported yesterday, back in 2018, an audit showed the school district was vulnerable to an attack, and in some cases, the district lacks sufficient password requirements. The IT director now saying the district has strengthened those passwords, and Superintendent Trujillo stressing that the district was not unprepared. Now, some teachers still don't have access to the internet, and they tell us others are using hotspots to get on the web right now. According to Dr. Trujillo, the district's IT team is working 24/7 to get everything up and running again, but the district says it will likely be next week before that happens. And you will hear from the TUSD superintendent coming up tonight, live at 10. We're live in the newsroom for now. I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.
Thank you, Eric. Body police cam video is released.
Yeah, so it captured video of Cochise County Attorney Brian McIntyre, who was arrested 5 days ago for suspected DUI.
News 4 Tucson's Lupita Murillo is in Cochise County with more on McIntyre's arrest and what he had to say when she spoke to the attorney.
I spoke to Brian McIntyre, who was at work here at Cochise County earlier today. He says that he would have a statement later on. Also, several residents gave their opinions on his recent DUI arrest.
Shouldn't be out there driving drunk. It's irresponsible, and for a man in his position, it's actually kind of shocking.
How much have you had to drink?
All this time, there is an unknown female sitting in the car. The officer asks McIntyre.
I mean, you know all about DUIs. You know, I mean, your speech is slurred, you have watery, bloodshot eyes, strong odor alcohol.
I don't know about those two things, but yeah.
Okay.
A few minutes go by, McIntyre says to the officer.
But I saw the look in your eye, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I can't believe you're out drinking and driving. It just...
The officer performs a variety of tests.
You're able to do the walk and turn in one leg stand?
Not with my left, no.
No?
The officer brings out the breathalyzer. He says it's extreme, and then brings out the handcuffs.
Under arrest for DUI.
I think he shouldn't get any special treatment. Do the crime, do the time.
He shouldn't be driving DUI, but it probably will not affect his ability to perform his duties.
Anybody can make a mistake, but if you make a mistake you have to make restitution and you have to pay your dues for having made the mistake.
I spoke to Sierra Vista Police Chief Adam Thrasher, who says that McIntyre was cited and released. Also, Graham County will be doing the prosecution. Reporting from Bisbee, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.
Tucson police are continuing their investigation into a tense situation that happened this morning at a college west of downtown. Officers were called to Carrington College on North Bonita Avenue near Congress and I-10 after a report of shots fired at the school. Several TPD units along with a police helicopter responded to the school to search for a possible shooter in the area. Students received a shelter-in-place alert and were asked to stay off campus while officers searched the building. Tucson police tell News 4 Tucson a suspect was detained off campus and there was no indication that shots were ever fired at the college. The college lockdown has now been lifted.
A Tucson man whose murder conviction was overturned has been found guilty once again by another juror. Back in 2018, Stephen Anaya was found guilty of murder and attempted murder in connection with the death of Alan Galvez during a drug deal 2 years earlier. Now, Anaya was sentenced to life in prison. Then in 2020, a state appeals court reversed Anaya's conviction, saying the trial should rather have given a jury instructions about the law surrounding self-defense. But now a second jury this week again found Anaya guilty of first-degree murder as well as other charges. His sentencing is set for next month.
All right, Monica, it is Thursday, and I just learned a new term in the newsroom. Friday Junior. Did I get that right? Something like that. We'll head outside looking live from our Skynet camera. It's 61 degrees. Boy, we're starting to warm things up pretty quickly. 24 the dew point, 24 also the humidity. Winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour. And really most spots into the 60s. You got upper 50s DM, 59 Ryan Field, and plenty of 50s in Cochise County. And of course, a cool spot, no surprise, Bisbee at 49 degrees. So here's what we're looking at. Cloud-free skies today on this Thursday, late afternoon / early evening. High pressure building in near Salt Lake City. This will press off to the east and give us some breezy conditions as we make our way into the day on Friday. We'll talk about that in full forecast, but let's break down the next several hours. 54, it's a warmer finish, no doubt about that tonight at 7 o'clock, 54. Cooling down at 48, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, clear and cool, 44. I'm back in a few minutes with a warm weekend and, of course, Groundhog Day. We'll see you in a few.
Well, thank you, Matt. And we certainly saw a lot of rain this winter, and that could be leading to a super bloom this spring. Daniel McFarland is live from the west side with what this means and what we can expect. I hope a lot of colors, Daniel.
Well, Sean, you're exactly right. That's what it is. So a super bloom is whenever you have flowers coming up all over a hill like the one you see behind me, and state parks are the ones to keep an eye out for during spring. Super blooms are rare, and we haven't had a true one in a few years, but all the rain that we've had over the last few months has helped us.
That we're way above normal. We've had 3 inches so far since December 1st, which is the beginning of meteorological winter, so this winter has been really good to us.
Another aspect of the rain that has been good to us is those 3 inches of rain that have come over many small periods of rainfall here.
Right, it all adds up. We've had some good winter storms, of course. The rain hasn't been super heavy.
Something working against us, though, is our temperatures that have been very cold, especially during those overnight hours.
If we do have a late freeze, that could unfortunately damage a lot of those wildflowers that tend to, sparkle around that time. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Even with a lot of things working in our favor, they are still very unpredictable. And if we see one, make sure to check out Catalina State Park and Picacho Peak State Park for those best views. So again, the big thing you need to keep an eye on is going to be those temperatures. If we have a late freeze, that could ruin everything when it comes to a super bloom. Back to you.
Coming up on News 4 Tucson at 6, the TMC Raffle is on, and you can win a house, among other fabulous prizes. And it's all for a good cause.
Plus, the U of A rugby team will now be giving student athletes school scholarships, and it's all thanks to a generous donation. When News 4 Tucson at 6 returns after the break.
Investigating for you. This is News 4 Tucson. You're watching News 4 Tucson, live at 6, with Sean Mooney, Monica Garcia, Matt Rode, and Paula Cicala.
Welcome back. The 2023 TMC Mega Raffle kicks off today.
This is really cool. So we have some winning details with News 4 Tucson's Destiny Quinn.
Today, tickets go on sale for the TMC Mega Raffle. Over the past 11 years, the raffle has generated nearly $13 million for patient care services and programs at Tucson Medical Center. The raffle will award more than 3,000 prizes with a total retail value of approximately $2.3 million. The 50-50 jackpot is also back with no limits to how high it can grow.
Grand prize number 1, we actually have a house again this year, a beautiful AF Sterling home, or the lucky winner can choose $650,000 cash. Grand prize number 2, it's all about the cash, $150,000.
There are also early bird prizes that include cash and trips to Iceland and Paris.
Odds of winning, an amazing 1 in 20.
The money raised helps fund new technology and equipment. Tickets are $100 each. To purchase tickets, visit tmcmegaraffle.org. The final cutoff for purchasing tickets is March 16th. Now, tickets have sold out early for the past 6 years. So if you plan on buying one, be sure to do so soon. Destiny Quinn, News 4 Tucson.